Well, I was married and had a couple of kids. The wife and I got divorced. And I got divorced and Uncle Sam says, I want you. So I went and did my duty. I went to Vietnam. I went to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, Fort Polk, Louisiana, and then I came home for a week, and something like that. And then I went over to Fort Lewis, Washington, and went over to Vietnam by jet. So it took a while, but we got there. I was with the 1st Air Cav, 2nd of the 5th in Vietnam, and I was a Spec 4 specialist, just above the private. I was drafted, 24 years old. Well, I would watch the war on the news. There was a lot of coverage on the news, and I often thought it'd be interesting to be there, but didn't think I was going to go. We got to Fort Campbell, Kentucky on over the 4th of July weekend. So training started then. We taken into the reception center, and they give you all of the works, and then you go to your company area. I was 11B10 infantry. Infantry is you're a weapons. You haul weapons. I didn't see that much of it because I was wounded. We were coming down a road. We had been out for a search and destroy mission, is what we call them, and we were actually ambushed. 2 guys were off to the side, and one of the blowing the bombed out buildings, and they had an AK and a machine gun. And they went down the road. Still affects me. Our left arm is still kind of bad. Everybody says, well, it's a good thing it was the left arm. Well, I was left-handed. I have no idea where I was. They'd take us, drop us off in a helicopter, and we'd perform our duty. We'd go from place to place. And if we ran into resistance, that was fine. But no, it was basically find them. No. I would like to get in contact with them, but I have no idea where they are. I suppose I can go to one of the media. Like I would especially like to get a hold of one of the nurses that helped me. He was pretty good to me. Good meals. Well, when we were in the field, it was sea rations. We were out in the field for 3 weeks, and then we would come in and we'd pull guard duty at an artillery basin. The Tet Offensive. Well, I got shot February 4th, 1968, and the Tet Offensive officially, I think it started like the 28th or 29th of January. So the Tet Offensive was my downfall. It was really interesting. You knew something was going on because we were hitting resistance everywhere we went, and we, the people were coming down the roads in swarms. The whole road was covered, just like everybody was leaving, and that's what they were doing. They were leaving, they were getting out of there. They knew that something was going on. I believe in wars if we'd go in and finish the job. Vietnam was kind of a farce because we were supporting the wrong people, and at the time, I don't know, I went and I did it. I wouldn't do it again, but that's it. I wrote letters, and then all of a sudden I didn't write anything because I was left-handed, and I had to learn how to write with my right hand. So the Red Cross got a hold of me in Okinawa, and they told me to call or whatever, and I called them, my folks, and told them what had happened, and that was about it. Well, I remember the beginning of the tent, we started to run into firefights probably every day. Sometimes they didn't last long, they were only 15, 20 minutes long, but only takes one bullet. And nothing in particular. Some of the good times I was over there for Christmas, and we pulled guard duty at some of the churches and stuff like that so people could celebrate Christmas. That was kind of interesting. But other than that, no. Whatever you made them. Because most of the time we were out in the field, so we would take a poncho liner or whatever and put a liner. It's kind of like a quilt. You put it on the liner and you fold it over and make a sleeping bag out of it. The outer part of it keeps the moisture off you because there's a lot of moisture over there. And they flew food into us every day if we were lucky. Sometimes they didn't. So, but we did not carry our knapsacks or anything. They shipped them into us also. So there were a few nights that it was cold. They didn't come, and so you can't have any fires. And you just make the best of the situation. Well, Christmas time, there used to be a show on called F Troop, and they all came over to see us guys out in the field, and they flew out to artillery base, and they entertained us, put a show on and stuff like that, and that was part. Other than that, just the usual, give them hell. But it went okay. It lasted. I stayed home for about a month, and then I went back to work for Ford Motor Company. I worked there when I left, and so they had to take me back when I came back. That kept me busy. I retired from Ford. I belong to the American Legion, the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, and the Military Order of the Purple Heart.
Okay.
I'm active in the Military Order of the Purple Heart. I go out soliciting funds for them, and